Real Madrid walked into the night under pressure, and you could feel it in every corner of the Santiago Bernabéu stadium. The tension wasn't just about 3 points, it was about pride, about belief, and about keeping their fading La Liga dreams alive. The whistles and murmurs from the crowd told the story before the first whistle even blew. This wasn't the confident Madrid we're used to. This was a team searching for answers. And then the game began, and slowly, something shifted. From the first few minutes, Kylian Mbappé looked like a man on a mission. Every touch had intent, every run had purpose. You could sense he wasn't just playing a match, he was making a statement. Alongside him, Vinícius Jr brought that unpredictable energy, the kind that makes defenders hesitate for just a second too long. But it wasn't smooth sailing early on. Deportivo Alavés came in organized, disciplined, and ready to frustrate. They didn't care about Madrid's reputation. They sat deep, closed spaces, and waited for their moment. And when Madrid lost focus for just a split second, Alavés struck. A quick transition, a sharp finish, and suddenly the Bernabéu fell into that uncomfortable silence. The doubts crept back in. Was this going to be another frustrating night? This is where big players show up. Mbappé responded like a superstar. Picking up the ball just outside the box, he drove forward with that explosive pace we've come to expect. One defender beaten, another left behind, and then, bang, a clinical finish that reminded everyone exactly who he is. The stadium erupted, but more importantly, you could feel the belief returning. Not long after, Vinícius Jr took his turn to shine. Dancing down the left wing, twisting past defenders with that signature flair, he delivered a moment of magic. Whether it was a perfectly timed assist or a decisive goal, it was the kind of contribution that changes games and lifts teams. The boos that once echoed around the stadium were replaced with chants. Just like that, Madrid were back. In midfield, Jude Bellingham was the heartbeat. He wasn't just passing the ball, he was controlling the tempo, driving forward, tracking back, doing the dirty work that often goes unnoticed. Every time Madrid needed composure, he was there. Every time they needed a spark, he tried to provide it. Defensively, it wasn't perfect, but players like Antonio Rüdiger stepped up when it mattered most. Strong in the air, aggressive in challenges, and vocal in organizing the backline, he made sure Alavés didn't get too comfortable after the goal. As the match progressed, Madrid looked more like themselves. The passes became sharper, the movement more fluid, and the confidence unmistakable. Alavés still fought hard, still searched for an equalizer, but you could see the difference in quality starting to show. When the final whistle blew, it wasn't just a 2-1 victory for Real Madrid. It was relief. It was resilience. It was a reminder that even when things aren't perfect, this team has the mentality to fight back. Now let's talk player ratings, because this was a game defined by individual moments. Mbappé gets a solid 8.5 out of 10. A goal, constant threat, and the kind of leadership Madrid needed in a difficult moment. Vinícius Jr matches him closely with an 8. His creativity and directness were crucial, and he played a massive role in turning the game around. Bellingham earns a 7.5 for his all-around performance. He didn't grab the headlines, but he was essential to everything Madrid did well. Rüdiger also gets a 7 for his defensive presence and leadership at the back. Other contributors played their roles too, keeping things ticking and ensuring Madrid maintained control when it mattered most. It wasn't a flawless performance, but it was a necessary one. And that's the bigger picture here. This win keeps Real Madrid's title hopes alive, just barely, but more importantly, it restores a bit of confidence. In a season full of ups and downs, sometimes it's not about playing perfectly. Sometimes it's just about finding a way to win. For the fans, this was an emotional rollercoaster. From frustration to doubt, from silence to celebration, it had everything. And for Madrid, it might just be the moment that sparks something bigger. Because if there's one thing we've learned about this team, it's this: you can never count him out.